winning in this 2025 Silicon Valley housing market. This year is unlike a lot of previous years. This year is very stratified market, like anything under 4 million behaves differently, anything over 4 million behaves differently, and it is separated or geographically diverse market. Palo Alto is not behaving like Fremont, or South Bay is not behaving like San Francisco. Each one of these micro pockets is operating very differently. You must have seen that I typically do not go and do a state of the market statistical numbers. And the big reason behind that is a doctor, have you ever seen a doctor go and do a publication or a statistical report of how many people are saying, oh, 96% of the people survive cancer in 3 years? That number does not mean anything, because when I'm working with one buyer, I'm working with them based on their profile, based on the market that they are looking into, and I try to match that up and we together come up with a solution. And that's a very different approach, rather than just saying statistically, oh, Santa Clara had 976 homes and 5% of them sold above asking, 3% of them sold below asking. That does not really mean much, because every case is different and we have to work to arrive at a solution based off of that particular client. So for buyers at this point in time, if you look at how the market is behaving, the San Francisco market is very soft. The South Bay market, the higher priced properties, deserving ones, do not stay. We get multiple offers, we get into very competitive bidding, you need to be strong, and only then you can land a transaction. And those that are cheap or lower priced properties, and they do not go to the good school neighborhoods, you will see these properties get stuck, stay long, and we don't see activity there. So it's extremely selective, and we have to go and treat each pocket with its own measures as to how the activity is, what the property is, how it is going to work, and whatnot. So when working with buyers, we need to understand that profile, we need to understand the specific market and arrive at design a solution that will fit the buyer and the property that they are targeting for. Now, sellers, a totally different story. When you're working with sellers, what we have to do is prepare the property properly, make sure that it matches the way the audience wants to look at it, price it sharp so that when it goes out, it attracts all the eyeballs and brings all the traffic into the property. And that's when it sells at a very competitive price. Now that's about the sellers. What's going on with investors? So with the Silicon Valley market, one thing is for sure, that this is the most resilient market in the country. You will say that, oh, I have to buy very high. Yes, you have to buy high because this is the most resilient market in the country. And so, irrespective of the waves that keep happening in other parts of the country, this market keeps going up. So even though there are waves and they go down in other areas or even in the peripheries of the Silicon Valley, the core market like Cupertino, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, they keep going up. They don't follow the wave pattern of going down and then coming back up. And that's why the high price is a representation of that. So for investors, this is the market which has the most safety. So be aware of this fact when you're playing it. So you might have noticed one theme, that this market is not one size fits all and be done. This market is all about expertise. It's about analysis. It's about understanding the micro pockets. It's about understanding the buyer's profile so that they can afford it, live it, and enjoy it fully. So these are all the aspects that we have to keep in mind. I hope you like it. And if you think you need some of this help, feel free to comment. Your questions, more than happy to answer them in the comments. And if you need help, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching. See you on my next one.